Om Shanti. Om Shanti actually means please accept lots of greetings of peace. And it reminds us that I am a peaceful being. Now, since you have understood the meaning, now you can repeat with me. Om Shanti. Good morning. Namaskar. And Jai Hind. So, at the outset, on behalf of the Brahma Kumaris, let me extend a very, very warm and a sweet welcome to each and every one of you. I really acknowledge and appreciate your presence on this beautiful Saturday morning. The Brahma Kumaris is extremely grateful to the Madras Management Association, with association that we are organizing this particular program. My dear friends, before I start my interaction, let me, confess and let me tell you that, I appreciate and value all your experience. So I'm not here to teach you anything. But for the last 27 years, I've been associated with meditation. And I have had this unique opportunity to meet so many good people across the country and abroad. And when I see such wonderful, beautiful people, highly educated, highly respected, but very humble and polite, now that's the way I have understood emotional engineering from them. So I'll be very, candid enough to share some of those experiences with all of you, right? So it's all about emotional engineering. Can we switch off some of these lights? थोड़ा सा ताकि they can see the PPT. Many years before, when I was a faculty of engineering in Mumbai University, and it was on an engineer's day. So I told my students, young engineering students, that there's a great scientist, a successful entrepreneur, and certainly a very wonderful human being. एक ऐसे व्यक्तित्व जो बहुत अच्छे वैज्ञानिक हैं, सफल व्यापारी हैं और एक अच्छा व्यक्ति है. Tell me who is this person. My students could not guess the answer because there could be many scientists who fall into this category. I told, okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll show you the image of this person. On my image, I showed this image. And then I asked my students. My students were still not able to guess the answers. So I said, today I'm in a very good mood. I'll give you a hint. This is a very great scientist who transformed the world from darkness towards light. एक ऐसे वैज्ञानिक जिन्होंने विश्व को अंधकार से प्रकाश की तरफ लेकर गए. Who is this scientist? Correct. You're right. All of you are right. Sir Thomas Alva Edison. So I asked my students, why do I like Edison so much? The one student told, sir, because he invented the electric bulb. Okay, yes, I'm aware. Any other answers? The one student told, sir, we have read in books that he tried for thousands of times and then invented the electric bulb. I said, yes, I'm aware. But the reason I have got so much of regards and respect towards this great scientist is, I was reading an article in the AICT journal. And when I read this article, my respects towards Edison increased drastically. I quote the article for you, friends. The article said that the whole world was waiting with bated breath about the demonstration of this electric bulb. So one day before, Edison calls his lab assistant, a young boy, and he hands over him the bulb and gives him a one-line instruction. Please carry it to the venue of demonstration. So the lab assistant, the young boy, he carries the bulb towards the venue and midway he slips and the bulb is smashed into pieces. When this news reached Edison, he did not react at all. He again went to the laboratory. The entire night he worked. The next day morning, as soon as he opened the gates of the laboratory, the whole crowd was gathered there. Very curious. कि आज demo होगा या नहीं होगा, whether the demo will take place or not. So the moment they saw a new bulb in the hands of Edison, everybody heaved a sigh of relief. कि आज demo जरूर होगा. So Edison looked at the crowd, then he observed the same boy, the same lab assistant, standing at one corner, very sad, very depressed, feeling very low, dukhi, mayus, udas. So Edison looked at the boy, smiled and asked him to come close to him. So when this lab assistant boy, he reached in front of Edison, what did Edison do? He gave the same bulb to the same boy and repeated the instruction. Please carry it to the venue of demonstration. So Edison's friend was standing beside him. He immediately reacted. Edison, how can you do that? Only yesterday this boy had smashed your bulb into pieces. How can you give it to the same clumsy boy? So Edison looked at his friend and made a very beautiful statement. And he said, Yesterday, when the bulb was broken, his heart was also broken. It is easy to create a new bulb, but it is a very, very great challenge to mend a broken heart. कल जब बल्ब टूटा, इस लड़के का दिल भी टूट गया. एक बल्ब तो हम फिर भी बना सकते, कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है, लेकिन एक टूटे हुए दिल को जोड़ना एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती है. Can I request all of you to clap? Wow. I spoke in English, no emotions on your faces. So I thought maybe my English is, you're not able to. Then I translated in Hindi. Thank God you clapped. Otherwise, I would have started in my mother tongue of Malayalam also. But since we are in this beautiful state of Tamil Nadu, where Tamil is a very beautiful language, I'll say this statement in English, and I want some of you can translate this beautiful statement in Tamil. Just try it out, yes? Yesterday, when the bulb was broken, his heart was also broken. Please say that in Tamil. So yesterday when the bulb was broken, his heart was also broken. It is easy to create a new bulb. Madam? Romba easy. Correct. Tamilians have an habit of adding so many English. Romba easy. No problem. Right? But it is a very great challenge to mend a broken heart. Tamil? It's a very great challenge to mend a broken heart. ശരിയാക്കാൻ വളരെ കഷ്ടമാണ്. Correct. That day I realized, my dear friends, that Edison was not just intelligent, but he was very, very emotionally intelligent. And that's what is very, very important. So let's try to understand, how do you define emotions? Emotion को कैसे define करेंगे? Emotion means E plus motion. It's energy in motion. Okay, emotion is energy in motion, right? Now, in the present day's context, which are the emotions and which is the energy that you see across the society? Right? 3 emotions that you can see. Number 1, there's a lot of fear and worry. Number 2, anger, anxiety. In general, I'm telling you, if you look at the general flow of the energy across. And number 3, there's a lot of insecurity and helplessness. Okay, this is just the present day. Now we have to emotionally engineer ourselves towards positive emotions. So what you need to do? Remember your childhood sweet memories. Wow. No fear, no anxiety, no stress. Correct, na? I showed this image to my students. So one of the students got up and said, "Sir, ये आपका बचपन का फोटो है क्या?" Childhood photo. I said, "How did you come to know?" बोला, "Sir, उनका head top view और आपका head top view same है, sir." Correct, na? Once upon a time, we were all like this. Happy, smiling, cheerful, right? And one thing which I've learned from children, right? So this could be a vision statement for this one, right? Here we go. If I am peaceful, say with me, and stable, I can heal myself and thereby make this world a better place to live. So when our emotions are very peaceful, when our emotions are very stable, that state of mind is what is called as happiness. Sister was telling a happy morning. So we're all thinking happiness matlab kya hai? When our mind is very peaceful, when our mind is very stable. So that's happiness. They say a small child smiles and laughs 300 times per day. How many times? And my friend sitting over here, how many times you smile per day? Now you're all smiling. How many times, sir? My God, my Mumbai ke students ke same behavior. I asked my students in Mumbai, by how many times you smile per day? One boy gets up and says, "Sir, 3 times, sir. Morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, evening dinner, sir." And he was a nice boy. So I said, "You are making fun of my question?" He said, "No." Then I said, "Why did you give such an answer?" Then he told me, "Sir, dekha jaye to we are so lucky that at least we have got 3 square meals to have. Enough good reason for us to be happy and smiling." And before I could compliment him, he gave another logic. "Sir, reason Jammu Kashmir floods, sir. Some years before there was a flood in Jammu Kashmir. You might have seen that breaking news in videos that aircraft, helicopters dropping those food packets. Sir, people waiting below, they were not the poverty stricken people, sir. They were all the national and international tourists who had come to Jammu Kashmir for sightseeing. 1 week they did not get the food. It was at that time they realized the importance of food. Then he concluded his logic. Sir, should I wait for an impending disaster, a calamity, a tsunami, an earthquake to get me convinced how Saubhagyashali we are? Very, very important. My request to all of you, my dear friends, and many of you are parents and some of you are grandparents also. So next time when you meet your children, when you meet your grandchildren, you always keep on telling, yeah, I want you to become successful. I want you to become successful. Next time when you meet them, with lots of smile and cheerfulness in your divine face, you should tell, my dear boy, I want you to be happy. The moment you do this, what our children and grandchildren are going to do, you know? They get onto Google and they will type, how to become happy. Search button, click. Correct? My students in Mumbai, they keep on searching, which is the best IIM of the country. My students in Mumbai search, okay, which is the best 5 universities in UK. But the real quest of discovery is all about happiness. Khushiyan. There are more than 23 IITs of our country. The first IIT is IIT Kharagpur. You'll be very happy to understand that IIT Kharagpur has become the first IIT that has started a course on happiness. So these days we find our young boys and girls very intelligent, very sharp, very creative. But many a times I find them very, very emotionally sensitive. The number of suicides that is taking place all across. Sometime before I was invited to Kota, Rajasthan. Now that's a hub which manufactures this IIT graduates, or at least helps them out to take admission. So they invited me there because there were so many suicides happening. So the Rajasthan government made it very clear to all the coaching industries, better you take care of their emotions or otherwise we'll fine you, etc., etc. So they started calling many people like us, why you interact with the students, etc. Okay, so why does a student in Kota commit suicide? Because he doesn't get admission to IITs. Okay, a very logical reason, although we should not be committing suicide. But then you look at the state of IITs across the country. Around 1 month before, I was in IIT Bombay and the professor was telling me the statistics. Once you get an admission in IIT, one of the best branches which you wanted it, then you should always be happy now. But that's not happening. So some other way I feel that there is something missing in our education system. And another reason, there is so much of toxicity in the environment. There is so much of a disorder, entropy happening. So this could be a logical case. But here it says, if I am peaceful and stable, I can heal myself. Right? Health is a very important subject. Okay? Health is an important subject because Hindi, there is a very famous dialogue. Some of you, if you can fill up the blanks. Jaan hai to? Oh my God, how come your Hindi is too good? 100% marks. Once again, Jaan hai to? Jahan hai. Jahan means the whole world. So once I was doing a program for the Indian Navy, all cadets were sitting. So I said, Jaan hai to? One cadet gets up and says, Sir, Jahaj hai. And the commander was very big. Right answer, right answer. Now what has happened to the state of condition of this Jahaj? 15 to 20 years back, if a person wants to suffer a heart attack, 3 criterias. The first condition is my age should be more than 40 years. Second condition, little bit of obesity, motapa. And number 3 is genetic characteristics. Anuvanshi, we call it in Hindi. But today morning, good news, my dear friends. Today, for any person to suffer a heart attack, only one condition. No, madam, you cannot say stress. Stress word has already been patented by small children and grandchildren. I'll tell you. For today, any person to be eligible for a heart attack, only one condition. And the condition is, आपके पास heart होना चाहिए. ज़्यादा मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. मोटा हो, पतला हो, काला हो, गोरा हो, right? Rich or poor, we are a probable case for heart attack. But when we suffer a heart attack, we rush to a doctor. So what the primary object of the doctor? The doctor would prescribe a bypass surgery or an open heart surgery. What's a bypass surgery? Main road is blocked and you create a bypass road. This is bypass surgery. But if I'm not able to take care of my emotions, after some time, the bypass road also gets blocked. What's a permanent solution? Permanent solution is a healthy style of living where you heal yourself. Healthy means healing yourself. Treatment is at the physical level. Healing is at the mental and emotional level. And the word meditation has come from the Latin word medere. Medere means to heal yourself. So I find that all our children, very sharp, very intelligent, but what they require is that healing power. So I'll give you a very beautiful statement, okay? And I want, madam, if you can translate that in the sweet language of Tamil also. If I practice meditation, okay, and if I'm able to take care of my emotions, my arteries, which is blocked because of extreme level of stress, you are right, will slowly start opening up without bypass surgery, without open heart surgery. English. I'll say in Hindi. दोस्तों, अगर हमारी दिल की धमनियां बंद पड़ गई है तनाव के कारण, और अगर मैं अपनी भावनाओं को मैनेज कर सकता हूं मेडिटेशन के द्वारा, तो कुछ समय के बाद मेरी जो दिल की धमनियां जो बंद पड़ गई है वो धीरे धीरे खुल सकती है. बाईपास सर्जरी, ओपन हार्ट सर्जरी की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. नाउ मैडम विल ट्रांसलेट इन तमिल. बोलिए मैडम. हाँ. Okay, if I practice meditation, my arteries which is blocked because of extreme level of stress will start opening up without bypass surgery, without open heart surgery. हाँ. 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 The arteries block will open. Very good, beautiful. Right? For the first time, many years before, when I was told this dialogue, I said, how it is possible? Yeah? Kuch bhi bolte ho. Arteries block, you take care of your emotions. A healthy meditative lifestyle, arteries block will open up. Very difficult. But I will introduce you to one wonderful spiritual personality. The moment that spiritual personality says what Swamninathan is telling is true, I'm sure you will believe that personality. You may not, you may agree, you may not agree with Swamninathan, but you will have no doubt at all when that person speaks. Right? Who is that wonderful spiritual personality? The moment you see him on the screen, your face will have a 32 Binaka smile. So when he comes, I request all of you to clap and welcome him. Sir, please come, sir. Today we are at Adiyar, sir. Right now, sir, कहाँ पर है इतना मुझे कुछ idea नहीं है. But you will be very happy to see the gentleman, okay? Coming. Sir, please come. We have got a very wonderful audience, sir. Madras Management Association, sir. They were all on time. Coming. Eh? Okay. Please welcome him by a thunderous round of applause, right? Let him come. Huh. Can we welcome? His Excellency, the ex-President of India, Bharat Ratna, late Dr. Kalam, sir. And I'm very happy to tell you, Dr. Kalam, when he was with the DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, he started this wonderful research project about the application of meditation to the most stressed out professions of our country. I acknowledge and appreciate all the stress that you may be undergoing. But as per DRDO, the greatest stress is encountered by police forces, paramilitary forces, and military forces. This project started in late 1998, and the project partners was the DRDO, DIPAS, and a global hospital which is run by the Brahma Kumaris Ishwari Vishwavidyalaya. This project got completed in the year 2006, and as the Honorable President of India, Dr. Kalam is addressing the Congress of Doctors, telling them the importance of healing thyself, the importance of meditative lifestyle. So whatever emotional engineering I'm going to tell today is not Google search engine, but it's a beautiful research done by Dr. Kalam and the DRDO team. And since Brahma Kumaris was a project partner, I had this unique saubhagyam of taking this project to all the defense forces, Army, Navy, Air Force. We have a group captain, sir, who introduced himself. Sir, welcome to you. We are extremely grateful for your presence. So Army, Navy, Air Force, BSF, CRPF, CISF, NSG, CBI, all state police forces, including some of the foreign police academy. Okay, so today let's listen to Dr. Kalam for a couple of minutes. Dr. Chopra.
What's happening?
His Excellency, President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, we welcome you on the occasion of inaugural function of World Congress on Clinical and Preventive Cardiology at Abu Road, Shantivan.
Abu Road, Shantivan is the headquarters of Brahma Kumaris, where he is addressing the medical conference.
We are very grateful to you, sir, being with us this evening and addressing all the delegates who have come from different parts of India and the world. We have already finished one day of our conference, which commenced this morning at 4 a.m. This conference is unique in its own way, a conference with difference. We started the meditation program in the morning at 4 o'clock, sir. Followed by...
We started with a meditation program. Now the comparator is telling about all the national and international faculty. We will save time and we will listen to Dr. Kalam directly, okay?
Exist there. I am indeed. Yes? Okay. Now, first, before starting, I want to locate who are the Dilwalas there. Dilwalas. Please lift your hand, Dilwalas.
First question Dr. Kalam is asking the audience, कि audience में जो दिल वाले हो, वो please raise up your hand. Who are the dil wale sitting there? Please raise up your hand. Oh my God, huh? How come you are dilwalas? Ah, you have all dil, huh? Very good logic. I showed this presentation to my, Dilwalas. Dilwalas means, dil means heart. Okay, it's a term which is called as dilwalas. So I showed this presentation to my engineering students in Mumbai. I asked them, who are all the dilwalas? All of you, all my students raised up their hand. I said, किस हिसाब से dilwale? So one boy gets up and says, sir, dilwale wo jo dulhaniya ko lekar jate, sir. But Dr. Kalam is referring dilwalas to those patients whose arteries were blocked because of high level of stress. Then who slowly adopted a healthy meditative lifestyle and whose arteries block got opened up without bypass surgery, without open heart surgery. So as a scientist, he was very clear cut with this instruction. In front of all the doctors, the dilwala patients also should be seated so that the doctors can see for themselves. He's verifying it.
Dilwalas, lift your hand, Dilwalas. Oh, beautiful. Very nice to meet all of you who have got beautiful heart. God bless you. I am indeed delighted.
So the English translation of word dilwala is people who have got beautiful heart. So that's what he says.
And to participate in the inauguration, already morning you have done every job, but I will do the inauguration.
It's a 42 minutes presentation. Maybe I'll be very happy to share this presentation if anybody wants it. At the end, I'll give you my email ID. So just give a request, because this video is not available in the public domain because of the DRDO protocols. But I'll be very happy to share with you, and you can share it with as many people as possible. No problem at all. You can use it and share it because there is no problem at all. But just because of the DRDO protocols, it is not available in the public domain, right? So it's a 42 minutes presentation. I'll play only some part of it, which is very important as far as the topic is concerned.
World Congress, the cost of decades ago, title deals with mostly converting the pathology.
What Dr. Kalam says is health has to be treated not as an absence of disease, but a feeling of complete physical, mental, social, and a fourth dimension of spiritual well-being should be added. That's very, very important, he says.
To physiology, whereas the DRDO took the initiative of the formulating a project in collaboration with Global Hospital and Research Center, Mount Abu, an institution of the Brahma Kumaris.
Now let's look at the core of today's topic. Okay, and this is a very important slide, which I love it very much.
They added the fourth dimension of the spiritual 8 years consequences. Thoughts in...
Now see, thoughts gets converted into matter, gets converted into neuropeptides, gets communicated to 50 to 60 trillion cells of the body. So sitting over here, whatever I am thinking, actually, I'm communicating first to my 50 to 60 trillion cells. Red circle. Now this is a danger zone. If our thoughts are distressing, full of worry, anger. Chennai people, anger wanger to nahi aata hai. Such wonderful people here. No anger na? आता है, my God, very honest person है. बहुत आता है, ओहो. गर्मी. Yeah, Hindi is also very good. So my simple, humble request is, as a good friend, I am suggesting to you, from today right now till for the next 24 hours, whatever the situation comes, फटाक से react मत करो. Please increase your reaction time. Previously, when we used to go to the paramilitary forces, they have something which is called as QRT. QRT means a quick reaction team. But these days, right, we have one of the latest paramilitary force inducted by the government of India is called as NDRF. Now, what is the full form of NDRF? It's National Disaster R Force. Please fill up the blanks for R. Whenever there's a disaster, now this NDRF team is sent. What is the full form of R? Relief. Very good. Any other vocabulary? Rehabilitation, rescue. But still we have not got on to the right word. Okay, reaction. It's response. They react very fast. They sense the relief, rehabilitation, rescue. Sab karte. But it is National Disaster Response Force. Now, what is the difference between reaction and response? For example, sometime before Kerala was under flood. So, the 2nd Battalion NDRF posted in Chennai, some kilometers. A couple of months before, we were doing a program for the NDRF there. So, they were posted कि भाई Kerala में flood आ गया है. So, when this NDRF team, they go there, they don't go immediately. They will analyze it and they will have all, because it's a flood, they will have the life jacket, life boat, and then go to Kerala. While they're taking care of the Kerala, and if Kerala is done, everybody rescued, rehabilitated, suddenly they get a call that Turkey mein bhookamp aa gaya. There's an earthquake in the Turkey. So they don't carry their lifeboat and life jacket there. They will take a pause. If there is an earthquake, what are the resources required to manage that crisis? In an actual situation, if this happens, in emotional level also, this is very, very important. If there's an emotional crisis, I should have the correct resources with me. Otherwise, I will add more problem to the already existing problem. Instead, he said, don't react, but respond. Respond how? With lots of peace, bliss, love, and happiness. Iska stock hamare paas hona chahiye. So next time, whenever you get anger, A-N-G-E-R, you precede an alphabet D in front of anger. तो बताइए एंगर के सामने डी लगाने से क्या होता है? आई आस्क्ड माय इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स इन मुंबई, बच्चों एंगर के सामने डी लगाने से क्या होता है? वन बॉय गेट्स अप एंड सेज, सर एंगर के सामने डी लगाने से डैंगर होता है सर. मैं कहा डैंगर नहीं है, डेंजर है, डेंजर. So I'll suggest one beautiful statement. I want all of you to repeat with me. सभी बोलो, I have no control of what happens with me, but I can take absolute control of what happens within me. So outside situation, we have no control. But what meditation says is, are you able to manage what is happening within yourself? That's what is very, very important. And if you do this for 24 hours, extend it to 1 week, let's see what Dr. Kalam has to say to us. Okay?
The brain are converted to a matter which I understand reach all 50-60 trillion cells of the body in the form of a neuropeptides. If thoughts are distressing, full of worry, anger, ego, anxiety, the brain starts pouring the stress hormones, as you all know, which in turn increases the load on the heart and can set in coronary artery disease. If we can reverse this process by creating an environment of positive thoughts, peace and happiness, this can minimize the load on the heart, which should lead to a reversal to meditation. The men loaded and analyzed by a. I understand that after 60 rhythmic and mental
I'll show you the graphical
tranquility,
evaluation.
sustainable, healthy hearts.
See, Mr. Dindal
Now,
Samdani,
friends,
male 52 years, very successful person, type A personality. Swamninathan is also type A personality. And people who are type A personality, they are very successful in their life. I'll give you 3 qualities. And if any one of you wants to join this quality club, I'll be very happy. Okay. Number one, how many of you like punctuality and discipline very much? Please raise up your hand. Wow. Very good, very good. Acha, how many of you want like your work to be very systematic, perfect, organized? Please raise up your hands. Wow, very good. अच्छा कुछ लोग आधा आधा हाथ उठा रहे हैं okay no problem now last I want all of you to raise up your hand how many of you like Swachh Bharat campaign and വീട് സ്വച്ഛായിരിക്കണം ഓഫീസ് സ്വച്ഛായിരിക്കണം ക്ലീൻ ആയിരിക്കണം റെയിൽവേ സ്റ്റേഷൻ എയർപോർട്ട് എല്ലാം ക്ലീൻ ആയിരിക്കണം raise up your hand okay okay very good very good in all the three if you have raised hand even in one case you are a probable case for heart attack zarur aayega please be prepared go to a cardiologist, get some medicines, keep it in your pocket. Sir, what are you telling, sir? All three. So if you've got all the 3 qualities, means that's a very good quality. See, punctuality is a very good quality, sir. Cleanliness is next to godliness. What's wrong in it? And if somebody wants the work to be perfect, organized, systematic, nothing wrong in it. Uske karan you will not get heart attack. Heart attack you and I will get when I expect the same thing from others. Heart attack zarur aayega. Swamninathan is a type A personality because I've been doing this program for so many years to the defense forces and they're very punctual, very disciplined. So the same sanskar came into me. And I get terribly angry when my students come late in my class. So when any student comes late in my class, I used to literally shout, why did you come late? Punctuality, discipline, very important in your life. How will you become an effective engineer? So when I joined this particular project, Dr. Satish Gupta taught me, sir, if you get angry, you'll get heart attack. I said, sir, Mumbai children, sir, until unless you don't shout and yell, वो सुधरते नहीं है. And I said a dialogue in Hindi. Sir, आपने सुना नहीं? लोहा लोहे को काटता है, sir. Iron cuts iron. So Dr. Satish Gupta smiled at me and said, what did you study, by the way? I said, for the sake of studying, I completed engineering. Then he said, you did not understand metallurgy. I said, please explain to me metallurgy. Dr. Satish Gupta, felicitated and honored by Dr. Kalam in Rashtrapati Bhavan. He got some award also for this project. So Dr. Satish Gupta very smilingly told me, Swami, लोहा लोहे को काटता है, but ठंडा लोहा गरम लोहे को काटता है. Iron always cuts iron, but it's the cold iron that cuts the hot iron. And therefore in English there's a very famous dialogue. You know, strike while the iron is hot. It loses its tensile properties. I understood it very clearly. Now these days when my students come late in my class, you know what do? I keep my hand on my heart. And the same dialogue which I used to shout, I say now with so much of love. My dear boy, why did you come late? Punctuality, discipline, very important in your life. How will you become an effective engineer? My students stare at me and say, sir, जब से आप ब्रह्मा कुमारीज में जाने लगे ना, you are becoming a better teacher, sir. Better you every day continue. Mr. Dindal Samdani is a type A personality. Right? So much of arteries blocked. For small reason, getting irritated, anger, worry, fear, anxiety. Then he started working on his own emotions. Emotional engineering. He did it in April 2000, you can see. Majority of the arteries block opened up. Without bypass surgery, without open heart surgery. So as a scientist, he was very clear cut with his instruction, Dr. Kalam sir. कि इसका website बनाओ, journals बनाओ, paper presentations दो. Or please share it with your entire world. And today I'm very happy that I got this wonderful, unique opportunity to share with wonderful, beautiful people like you, right? So this is the presentation of Dr. Kalam sir. Now having said this, the last time when I met Dr. Kalam, he passed away in 2015. 1 year before 2014, I met him. But before that, what is very, very important is we have got so many qualifications, but after practicing meditation, I have come to the conclusion that best graduation degree in life is be calm. Be cool. Be cheerful. Right? So today, now this is the website. If you want, you can go through it. है ना? Dr. Kalam always used to say, we should never install fear in our children. But he always used to say, we should teach our kids how to dream. നല്ല സ്വപ്നങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ കാണണം. Good dreams. And Dr. Kalam always used to say, dream, dream, and dream. Dreams are not something that we see in. You want to note it down, somebody? If some of you want that research paper also of DRDO, in case if you are interested to go through the research paper, published in various hard journals. So I'll be very happy to share with you also. Done? Okay, so Dr. Kalam says we should teach our kids how to dream. And he always used to say, dream, dream, and dream. Dreams are not something that we see in sleep, but dreams are something which shouldn't allow us to sleep. That's a very wonderful quotation of Dr. Kalam. So the last time when I met Dr. Kalam, when I was presenting a paper presentation in an international conference on cerebral palsy. So Dr. Kalam had come there to inaugurate this particular program. Now we are working, our team is working on, children affected by cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, dyslexia, autism, schizophrenia. And we are trying to find out the root cause. And every problem has to do something with human emotions. Dis-ease. When I am not eased with myself, I start inviting diseases. This boy cannot move. If he has to give a bouquet to Dr. Kalam, somebody has to help him. Yes, they're all the children. So we were all there in Hyderabad, doctors from across the country and the world, as to how to help these children. He is Dr. Purohit. He is the head of the department Neurosciences in the Medical Institute of Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences in Hyderabad, right? It's 9th to 13th of October 2014. And Dr. Kalam was introduced to all of us, and we were told that he had more than 30 PhD degrees to his credit. That's if we want to introduce Dr. Kalam, Doctor, Muppadu Parasham Parayandi Veru. But so simple, so humble, so polite. That is something that we should learn. So looking at Dr. Kalam, master in engineering, but full of positive emotions. All of you agree with me? Yes? And this great son of India was born in this beautiful land of Tamil Nadu. So can we clap for him? Yes, yes. So what Dr. Kalam suggests is we should have a three-dimensional healthy lifestyle. So what is meditative lifestyle? Number 1 is exercise. Number 2 is diet. And number 3 is meditation. So exercise, diet, I'll take 1 minute and then I'll go on to meditation, which is the most important thing. When we speak about exercise, these days people are very health conscious. सुबह उठते साथ वॉकिंग करते, जॉगिंग करते, प्राणायाम करते हैं. बट आवर स्टडी सेज वॉकिंग तो कर रहे हो, बट व्हाट इज योर स्टेट ऑफ माइंड व्हाइल यू आर वॉकिंग? वॉकिंग कर रहे हो बट फुल ऑफ एंगर. तो हार्ट अटैक which we were supposed to suffer at 50 will come at 40 years. So whatever exercise we do, we should do with so much of happiness and joy. Okay, so I'll tell you a very 1 minute exercise. Okay, ये exercise मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Can I request all of you to sit straight? Okay. Are you able to listen to me? Yes. Great. So ये exercise बहुत अच्छा है. All the acupressure points is there in our hands. Okay. So you should look at this exercise and then you should you should take your left hand like this. Index finger you should tap twice and you should say a statement. क्या बोल रहे हैं पहले देख लेना. वाह 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 जिंदगी वाह. Wow means wow. It's a very beautiful, positive flow of energy. Okay. Wow is positive flow of energy. And Mumbai children, early morning, hi, hi is negative flow of energy. Hi is negative. So we should not be telling hi. What we should be telling? Wow. All of you keep your left hand like this. Index finger, 3 bar tap karo and say with me. Wow, 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 zindagi, wow. Zindagi means life. Majority of you are doing good, but I saw some of my friends, you know how they're doing? Wow, wow, wow. I'll do it once. Yes, sir. Once again. Once again. Very good. And if I see any one of you doing, with lots of love, respect, and regard, I call you. I'll give this book okay to you and make you stand here and you have to do that. Will that be okay? Yes or no? Correct? Don't worry, I'm not going to call it. It is your jihad, it is your heart. Karna hai to karo, nahi to chodo. But if you do it with so much of happiness and joy, your brain will release happy hormones, endorphins, endorphins. Doctor's language is called good cholesterol. Not all cholesterol is bad. Bad cholesterol is bad. Good cholesterol is important for the lubrication of the pump or the machine heart. Good cholesterol is good. Right? Can we do this? I'm not going to call it. This second I am aware. This second I am alive. Can I live this second with absolute consciousness? The first step of meditation. Come. Here we go. Wow, 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 wow. Now do one thing. Take 2 fingers and say, Vaha, 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 my family, Vaha. Vaha, 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 Vaha. Three, you should say, Vaha, 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 my country, Vaha. Vaha, 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 my country, Vaha. Or you say, Vaha, 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 this nature, Vaha. Vaha, 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 this nature, Vaha. Why you should say, Vaha, 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 the Almighty, Vaha. And we got one. Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many of you, dear parents, wants your children and your grandchildren every day you wish them to say Vah and get up? Please raise up your hands. It's a wish, na? Whether they do it or not. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. They are also celebrating Azadi. Okay. How many of you, dear parents and grandparents, wish that your children and grandchildren they say Vah and go to school and college? Please raise up your hand. It is their Azadi, right? How many of your parents and dear grandparents wish the children and grandchildren on the day of the exams they come to you and says, Papa, don't worry, मैं बहुत खुशी से exam लिखूंगा, वाह वाह, and I'll become victorious. Raise up your hand. Wow, very good. Last question to you. How many of you, my dear friends, you go to the office or go to the kitchen with wah wah? Please raise up your hand. That's very important, you know. So whatever we do, the role that we play, can we play the role with absolute awareness and consciousness? That's exercise, okay? Even when you're walking down, maybe if you want, you can use your lift, no problem. It's for your convenience. But even if you're walking down, you walk down with so much of happiness and joy. Just simple steps. Thoda sa bhi chalo. So here the exercise that we recommend is simple walking. Walking is one of the best exercises recommended. Apart from it, you can do any exercise. Number 2 is a diet part of it. Right? Diet is very, very important. So which diet you should have? That diet which can easily be digested. I'm not getting into diet because it becomes very controversial. For every person, you have to understand your own prakriti. Right? But what Dr. Kalam suggests here, and you can listen to the entire presentation, as far as possible, our food should be pure vegetarian food. And many people in this world, Albert Einstein, Edison, Benjamin Franklin, Leonardo da Vinci, Pythagoras, Plato, George Bernard Shaw, Leo Tolstoy, Mark Twain, Carl Lewis, Martina Navratilova, Muhammad Ali, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Amitabh Bachchan, and Dr. Swamninathan. One thing is common, pure vegetarian. Horsepower. When you study engineering, right? It's horsepower. It is associated with horse. Yeah. Horsepower. One of the strongest animals in the forest is an elephant. An elephant is used in temples also, in Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Pure vegetarian. And you see the size and the weight. And certainly if we are able to understand the emotions, right, Intergovernmental Panel for Combating Climate Change, IPCC, they got a Nobel Peace Prize couple of times. So they very clearly say, if you really are worried about the heat wave or the tsunamis or the earthquakes, whatever is happening, if you are really concerned about the children and grandchildren, you should be on a pure vegetarian diet. Because the amount of carbon that is released because of these farms, etc., etc. Right? That's very, very important. And most important is, I would request all of you, dear ladies who are there today, right, evening when you go and prepare food in the kitchen, you should prepare the food with lots of peace, love and happiness. Yahi mera jeevan hai kya? Zindagi bhar I have to keep on. No help, nobody is helping me. Whoever is cooking. And that is something best I learned when I came to the Brahma Kumaris Vidyalaya 27 years before. Even if you have a chance to go and visit our headquarters, you will see even brothers and sisters both helping each other. Right? So our children should be emotionally balanced. If she's a girl, she should be made so powerful that she can go and buy vegetables outside. If he's a boy, he should be so emotionally sensitive and empathetic that he should go to the kitchen and says, Mama, can I help you cut the vegetables? We should be a balanced personality. Left brain and right brain. Logical also and emotional also. And this is something very good I've seen in the Brahma Kumaris Vidyalaya. We have been taught everything. I've got 2 elder sisters. So never in my lifetime I've been trained by my sisters and my mother to put a glass of water from here to here. But 27 years before, when I came to the Brahma Kumaris, the sisters in the Brahma Kumaris told me, because I was a bachelor. So I was staying in Mumbai. So my parents were in Kerala. So they asked me, "Aap bhojan kaise khate ho?" I said, there's so many hotels everywhere. They said, no, anna ka man par prabhav padta hai. Your mind has got a direct impact on the food and vice versa also. So I said, what do I do? So the sisters at the Brahma Kumaris told me that at that time there was no YouTube videos and all. They said, we will teach you how to cook food. Right? And you should cook food, serve as a prasadam, remember in the remembrance of the Almighty God. So today, after this particular program, and our sisters with lots of love and in the remembrance of the Almighty, they have prepared food for you. So I request you should have your lunch and then go from here. Right? So till the lunch is prepared, you have to bear with me. Yes. Food is very, very important, my dear friends, right? Anyway, if you draw the stress graph of Indian parents, stress graph. The January, February, the stress of Indian parents starts moving up. March, April, mother's stress is up the sky. Then after some time slowly comes down. March, April, why does the mother become so much of stressed and worried? My God, right answer. I've traveled across the length and breadth of Bharat. Everywhere, same standard answer. And the day, it is because of the exams of the kids. And the day the kids have got the exam, that day mama is in full of positive emotions. With lots of love, she will prepare the breakfast and give to the boy. The boy will say, no, mama, I don't feel like eating anything. No, beta, your exam at 10 o'clock. It was full of love, eh? No anger at all. And the boy says, I'm not hungry. No, your exam at 10 o'clock. Mama is serving him breakfast also, Horlicks also, Bonbit also. And the boy says, Mama, why don't you understand? Aap kyun nahi samajhte ho? You know what is the boy trying to communicate? The boy is trying to communicate to Mama कि Mama, hardware का problem नहीं है Mama, software का problem है. Right? Hardware means the physical body. Software, the mind. Just like for the physical body to be healthy, we have to do exercise and diet. Same thing, the mind also has to be nourished with good thoughts. And the exercise for the mind is meditation. Now, these are some of the photographs which I would love to tell you about the importance of the exercise of the mind. This is Indian Navy. Jaan hai to? Jahaj. Haan, this is a Jahaj team. Okay. Jahaj, Jaan means the life. Jahaj means the ship. Jahan means a world. Jahan is the whole world. So when these people says Jaan hai to Jahaj hai. Jahaj is a ship, couple, correct. So we were doing a program for the Southern Naval Command. So we were deputed by the, Delhi to take care of only their officers. But when we reached there, we had a big team. So we thought we'll do lectures not only for the officers, staff also. We interacted with their family members also. There was a Navy school, there was a Central school. We went there also, interact with the students and the teachers. So the Vice Admiral Chawla ji was posted at that time, Cochin. So he was very happy when he got the news. So the last day of the program, evening, he invited us to his Admiral house. Very beautiful place. So when we went there, so he asked them that you are doing all these things free of cost and you're doing some service. What we can do in return for you? I said, sir, never in our lifetime we have visited a that ship, that warship. So we would love to have a visit of the warship. He said, yeah, that I'll make arrangements. So this is a team of the Brahma Kumaris, along with these two officers who were responsible for taking us to this warship. So we asked these officers, this warship, may you take us to that particular place where you have the highest level of stress. So they took me inside the warship. There's a chamber here. You can see the side view of the chamber. Now, 3 people have to be put inside the chamber. And so I said, why do you have a chamber inside a warship, Baba? So they told me the logic that when this warship is there in the seas, right, because of some operational reasons or for some maintenance, these people have to get down. So inside the sea, what is the atmosphere? They have to acclimatize themselves here. I said, what do you do? So they said, we pull out the oxygen and we force those gases which is inside the sea. I said, what about the food? So they said, there's a small pipe, so you have to have liquid food. How many people? 3 people. How many days? 3 days to 7 days, up till 10 days also. And then the officer told us that Chawla Sahab ne kaha ki the Brahma Kumaris team has to be shown this particular place because inside the place you cannot do any physical exercises. And a place where we cannot do any physical exercises, they have to be taught the mental exercises. Meditation is very, very important. So right from the depth of the ocean, I'll take you to the heights of the sky. This is the world's highest battlefield of the world, the Siachen. India, Pakistan, China, right? I'm at 12,000 feet up and I'm interacting with all the Siachen warriors, Siachen glaciers, right? They took me to 18,000 feet and our soldiers and Jawans are at 28,000 feet. Darjeeling is 7,000 feet. So there should be 1 Darjeeling above the other 4 Darjeelings. Today I've got a flight in the afternoon and I'm going to Delhi. So the highest altitude that which an commercial flight takes is 35,000 feet. Small aircraft maybe 25. So this is 28,000 feet. So I show these photographs on the International Yoga Day and tell people, in the highest battlefield, which exercise you are going to do? Walking नहीं कर सकते, jogging नहीं कर सकते, pranayam तो बिल्कुल बोलना नहीं. क्योंकि sitting there, if you do pranayam, from there itself you have to go up. Temperature very low, there's no oxygen, no pressure. And I'm very happy to tell you, going to Siachen, I did not say, wah, 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 zindagi wah. Because if I did that exercise, I wouldn't have met you today. Yes. So highest battlefield. So I'm giving you this one where you have the highest level of stress, where you cannot do any physical exercises. Today morning, the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, he did a press conference. And he said, now we slowly have to prepare ourselves for the COVID now. Again, today's conference. I'm speaking of today's date. So many people say there's no oxygen, food nahi mil raha hai, oxygen nahi mil raha hai. No, last time we saw so many deaths happening in Delhi. Actually, if you look at the psychology of all those people who died in the COVID, there could be many reasons, comorbidity, etc. But one thing is common, and that is fear. Therefore, in Hindi, there's a very famous dialogue. जो डर गया, नहीं मत बोलो, मत बोलो, मत बोलो. अच्छा नहीं लगता ना? That fear. One thing is fear, and number 2 is a lack of emotions. See, we have a system that if any relative of yours is hospitalized, what you do? The whole family members, relatives will go sit there. Kaise ho, kya ho? Human interaction. The flow of energy is very important. And while you are in quarantine or while you are there during the COVID times, the nurse in the hospital comes as if they have come from, they are some aliens. No interaction, dur, dur, dur. And you could see the spiraling effect of death which happened in that 1.5 years of COVID. So exercise for the mind is meditation. Therefore, there's a very wonderful slogan, mind your mind, because mind matters a lot. Since many people are from Madras Management Association, I asked my MBA students many years before, how do you define management? So one boy gets up and says, sir, management is managing men, material, money, machinery, methodology. Correct? Na? Human resources, men and women. Material, money, machinery, methodology. I said, that's correct. But all these 5M can only be managed when you're able to manage the 6th M. And 6th M is mind. So I ask my boys and girls, right from the childhood till your post-graduation MBA, what percentage of syllabus you studied about the mind? And my children, very good. One boy gets up and says, sir, out of syllabus, sir, मन के बारे में नहीं पढ़ाया जाता है. What are we learning and what are we teaching? Yeah? Most important resource is the mind. So mind is basically a team. And as per Dr. Kalam's DRDO research, team means thoughts, emotions, attitudes, and memories. Thoughts in Hindi means sankalp. Tamil में क्या बोलेंगे मैडम? संकल्पम. Emotions means bhavnaएं. Tamil? Bhavam. Very good. Attitude means drishti. The way we look at things. Drishtikon. Attitude. Memories means smritiyan. So it's an internal team. This internal team had to be made strong for us to master the emotions. So what meditation says is, meditation means, okay, make mind your best friend. You have to make mind our best friend. For example, one day, you are for some reason XYZ, आपका mood out हो गया. You don't like feeling anything. Feeling is very low. You don't like speaking anything, not eating anything. And suddenly you receive a phone call. Unknown number. So you call that person. Hello, who is this speaking? So the person across the end says, I'm your childhood classmate and friend. कौन हो? And then you recognize that person. Then that person says, हम एक साथ खेले थे, कूदे थे, दौड़े थे. And then you recognize. अरे कहाँ हो? What are you doing? Where are you? And you speak for 10, 15 minutes, half an hour. And they say, so nice speaking to you. We'll catch up with you later. Tuck. So in the 10, 15 minutes you spoke to your friend, the situation by which your mood became upset still remains. But your mind is very refreshing and relaxing. Yes or no? So what you did that, within that situation, you took your mind to a place or to someone where it became charged. So same way we can do with meditation also. The situation is there. For some time, take the mind out of that situation. And for that, you have to make your mind a very good friend. For example, if I'm speaking to you in English, you are comfortable. If I speak Hindi, no, you will not be able to understand much. If I can speak in Tamil, you'll be more than excited because that's the language you're most comfortable to, right? So whenever I'm speaking to an audience or to any individual, I should know which language the other person understands. Right? Madam, where are you from? Which country? Oh, can we clap for her? Wow. It's an international seminar. I'll go to Delhi and tell. Chennai, we had an international seminar. We had a very good friend in from Australia. Right? Welcome, welcome. And when you go back to Australia, please convey our regards to your friends in Australia. We have a Brahma Kumaris center, many centers in Australia. Oh, you have been, wow. We have got centers in more than 140 countries. Australia also, we have got very beautiful centers, right? Okay. So you should understand the language. You understand English, right? Suppose if the Japanese friend comes, then you need to have a translator. I speak in English, there's one translator who decodes it. Same thing, if I have to make my mind a very good friend, I need to understand the language of the mind. So what's the language of the mind? Manasinte bhasha endana? No, that's my mother tongue. Malayalam is my mother tongue. I'm just asking you. Love. See, the mother has got so much of love towards a child. So both of them understand English. The mother will say, I love you. If both of them understands Hindi, the mother will say, मैं आपसे बहुत प्यार करती हूँ. Bengali, हमें के तुम्हें बालो बच्ची. Right? Malayalam, ഞാൻ നിന്റെ അടുത്ത് വളരെ കൂടുതൽ സ്നേഹിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. Tamil में क्या बोलेंगे? Mother will say, ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும், right? So both of them are, so love is an emotion. But the language of expressing that emotion is different. Hindi, English, Malayalam, etc., etc., etc. I'm asking you the language of the mind. Manasinte bhasha. Silence is a sweet language. I understand that. Correct. You are very close to the answer. Hanji? Pleasantness. Okay. Okay. Very good. It's a technology of charging your mind. I'm asking you the language of the mind. Hanji? Vibrations also good. Yes. Very true. Peace is also an emotion. Now, that is the constituent of the mind. Thoughts, emotions, attitudes, memories. I asked my engineering students, mind ka bhasha kya hai? Sir, out of syllabus, sir. Then I asked, what is an engineer's language? Okay, I'll make you more comfortable. Which is that subject which every child loves it during the school days. Don't say maths, physics, chemistry. No tiffin time, no sports and plays also. Now tell me any subject. Smiling, is it a subject? Wow, I would have loved the students enjoy moral science, but better than physics, chemistry, math. Storytelling, there's no other subject. Huh? Playtime also, I told that is excluded. So subject, sir. Smile is good. English. Who said? Who said drawing? Clap for her. It's drawing. Drawing. The language of the mind is images. Drawing. The language of the mind is drawing. So my request to all of you parents and grandparents is, next time you go for a PTA meeting, don't ask the class teacher, उसको physics में कितना मिला, maths में कितना मिला. Ask, does my child do the drawing? And if he's able to do the drawing, never in his lifetime he will come under depression. Leave about suicidal thoughts. So if you have your grandchild painting like MF Hussain in your Asian paints or Narala, don't get angry. Bache karo. Very good, very good, very good. And then after he has done his MF Hussain painting, you take that photograph, and while he has got so many colors, just take a video of which color he's picking the first. You can draw any colors. You take that video and send it to Swamninathan. I will analyze the photo, I will analyze the video, and then I will tell this particular boy ka emotions kya hai, what should be the career he should choose. So career counseling is not 10 standard maths, physics, chemistry. It is the first 1,000 days, epigenetic factors. That's what human psychology says. Colors. So the language of the mind is images. Now to give you an example, if I say early morning sunrise. Early morning sunrise. Which color? Orange. Any other colors? Golden, reddish, yellow. Enough colors. Okay. The color which you spoke now, listening to the color, Swami can understand what time do you get up in the morning. मुझे समझ में आ गया. No problem. जब जाके तब सवेरा. आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव. The early morning sunrise is red in color, orangish yellow. So I've brought all the colors here. Took out a photograph. Now sitting over here, for how much time can you see the early morning sunrise? Is the first step of meditation. Sitting over here, through the eyes of the mind, seeing that early morning sunrise. Correct. And therefore Einstein, a very great scientist, he always made a statement. Beautiful dialogue. You can repeat with me. Sabhi bolo. Imagination is more powerful than dash. Dash. Dash is fill of the blanks. It starts with the alphabet K. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. During that COVID times, now many of my PhD students, they were very worried. Sir, our assignment hoga ki nahi hoga, presentation hoga ki nahi, will we get a degree or not? I say, see, your health is very important. Sir, what to do, sir? We are quarantined, sir. Then you develop your immunity power. Physical immunity, then mental and emotional immunity. Then I say, to counter this COVID, to develop your immunity power, 2 vitamins are required. Which are the 2 vitamins? Vitamin D and vitamin C. Correct answer. It's vitamin C and vitamin D. So now you are inside your quarantine, inside your home sweet home. Vitamin D is the source is sunlight. So I said, sitting in your room, through your mind, if you can travel and go close to the sun or see the sun and see the rays of the sun slowly coming and touching you, your brain would activate vitamin D. In the chamber which you saw in the Navy, you're inside the chamber. There, this exercise of the mind. Siachen, they cannot see sun at all. Even if they see, they have to wear the goggles. Otherwise, aankh fuse ho jayega. Don't they require vitamin D? And therefore, the Indian Army sent us to Siachen. उनको मन का exercise बताओ. teach them the exercise of the mind, because they cannot do any physical exercises. Correct? How many of you people sitting in this audience are very sweet people? Please raise up your hand. Sweet. Oh, sweet. Some looking at husband, looking at the wife, wife looking at the husband. Okay. So very difficult to quantify, no? Now let me make my question very clear. How many of you people in the audience are sweet means diabetic? Sweet means kya? Diabetes. So one of my student was doing her PhD in reversing type 2 diabetes through a meditative lifestyle. So it was in the Zoom, so many people were there. I said the first thing is, why do diabetes occur? Because your pancreas is not able to release so much of an insulin. Therefore, you have to import insulin from outside. So I said the first thing you should know, how does a pancreas look? More than looking, you should know in the anatomy where is the pancreas existing. So, people, मैंने कहा how many years you have been eating tablets? Sir, 5 साल हो गया. अभी तक pancreas कहाँ पर है पता ही नहीं है. I said, okay, today I'll send you a YouTube video. You look at this pancreas, and you should go to the kitchen and you have that wheat flour, atta. उस आटा से you should make a diagram of the pancreas. And take the color sketch pen and painting from your children, grandchildren, paint it. Take a photograph, send it to me. I started receiving so many WhatsApp photos. The next day morning when I met them in the Zoom class, I said, what was the experience? Sir, पहली बार मेरा pancreas इतना सुंदर, colorful है, पता ही नहीं था हमको. मैं कहा, okay. Then one person said, sir, I got a shouting from my wife also. मैंने कहा, क्यों, क्या हुआ? बोला, my wife really got irritated with me. Till now, you never came to the kitchen. For the sake of your pancreas, you are looking out for the wheat flour. Okay. Now, once you have seen that pancreas, while taking the medicine through your mind, now 7 emotions, that 7 emotion you should understand, that 7 system of the body is because of some emotion. Now, I'll come down to meditation. See, it's very, very interesting, Just check out whether the lunch is ready or not. No, if the lunch is ready, then we can have a food also. I'm in the fag end of my lecture. See, now this is interesting, Now we'll try to understand the emotional engineering part of it. This is an inverter, this is a blower, this is an engine, this is a mixer, and this is a filter. Now for all these instruments, it requires energy to run. See all the instruments here. Now let us take the example of this light. The light that you see is designed for a particular voltage. If it receives the correct voltage, it will glow. But if it receives less voltage, and it will disturb you. You say, better switch it off. Same thing. In our body, there are so many systems, it requires the emotional voltage. And if that particular system doesn't receive that correct emotional voltage, it will show symptoms that it is disturbed. कहीं ना कहीं disturbance होता है. Our brain works like an inverter. Our lungs works like a blower. Our heart works like a pump or an engine. Our digestive system works like a mixer. Our kidney works like a filter. So for every system of the body, you require a kind of an emotions. For example, if I ask you, our heart, what emotion is required? Which emotions is required for working of the heart? Love. Correct. And therefore in the heart you always write, I love you. Heart requires lots of love. And that is the reason why you see small children also suffering heart attack these days. Because उससे कोई प्यार से बोलता ही नहीं है. One small child went to a doctor. So the doctor was, with the help of the stethoscope, he was examining him. So the boy asked the doctor, Doctor, what are you doing? So the doctor said, my dear boy, I'm listening to your heartbeats. So the Chotu told, Uncle, I also want to listen to my heartbeats. Very good. Fatafat stethoscope वहाँ fit कर दिया. And then the doctor asked, are you able to listen? Yes, uncle. My heart is speaking to me. What is your heart speaking? And the boy says, my heart is telling, I love you. I love you. I love you. This heart requires lots of love. The moment I get angry, my God, my heart gets squeezed. Somebody is getting angry with you, somebody is hurting you. How do you feel? You feel so much of pressure in your heart. Yes or no? In India, here it happens like this. Sister, what about in Australia? Oh, you, Australia also same thing. So whether you're in India, whether in Australia, we have to practice meditation so that we don't get angry. Right? Our heart requires love. What our digestive system requires? Which emotions? Heart is love. Happiness. Yes. Therefore, in Hindi, there's a very wonderful slogan. Khushi jaisi khurak nahi. Khushi means happiness. Khurak means food. Suppose you have got so many food with you and you're really hungry also. Sambar is also there, avial is also there, this also there, all delicious dishes. And you're really hungry. And as you're about to eat, you receive a message which is not that very good message. Will you feel like eating? No. So I told my type 2 diabetes people, the most important, that complete digestive system and the pancreas requires happiness. So when you're taking that tablet, through your mind, you should see the tablet slowly moving and touching the pancreas. And pancreas is very happy and the pancreas is dancing. Zero costing, no side effect. No side effect at all. And pre and post, we did it for 6 months. And many people were able to reduce their medicines. And that girl, she was awarded the PhD degree. Just like Dr. Kalam did it for reversing arteries block. This particular girl did it for reversing your diabetes. So don't fear diabetes हो गया, diabetes हो गया. Take some corrective measures. सुबह उठ के साथ बहुत प्यार से walking करो, बहुत प्यार से भोजन करो, right? And practice meditation. The more happy we are, our system is nourished. Okay, so these are the system of the body, and it requires emotions. Now let us see this particular light. Now that energy is getting transmitted here. How does that energy come? This energy comes from the electric post. Electric post, where does it get the energy? From the transformer. So what does the transformer do? Very simple. It steps up the energy or steps down the energy. That's the main function of a transformer. Transformer gets the energy from the power station. Power station को energy कहाँ से मिलता है? The source of energy. This is how the circuit diagram is. Similarly, the emotions of happiness, love, okay, we want it for the system. Our 7th system of the body. Endocrine system, neuro system, ENT, cardiovascular system, digestive system, circulatory system, muscular and skeleton system. It requires the right kind of emotions. Which is the electric post? For all of us, it's the spinal cord. Which is a transformer? Our mind is a transformer. If you're happy, happy hormones release. If you're sad, bad cholesterol. Stress hormones, cortisols. So mind works like a transformer. Step up karna hai, step down karna hai. Now the question is, which is the power station? And here is where the concept of meditation begins. Pre-COVID situation, when we used to meet each other, we used to say, how are you? How are you? Tamil ende sollenge. After post-COVID, we wear masks, so we don't ask the question, how are you? We ask the question, who are you? Bhai aap kaun ho? Right? And here is where we understand that I am different from this body. Just imagine a person is walking along the road, he's met with an accident. So people take him to the hospital. The doctor says, bring the patient in. The doctors operate upon the patient, unfortunately brought late, he's dead. So doctor calls the ward boy and says, take the body out. While coming, it's a patient. While going, it's just a body. There is a difference between a patient and a body. Suppose if a person has got good feelings about the society. He says, after my death, I'll donate my cornea, I'll donate my heart, I'll donate my kidney. Writes a will paper, passes off. Immediately, there's a biocompatible human system. This cornea is not able to see here. Fix in the cornea here, it's able to see. Heart doesn't do anything here. Fix in the heart here, it's able to work. Kidney यहाँ कुछ काम नहीं कर रहा है. Do a kidney transplant, the kidney is all able to do all the functions that a kidney is supposed to do. $1 million question, why doesn't it do here? Hot iron box. Press. A touch. Immediately remove my hand. Why? reflex action, nerve ending signal to my brain. But after death, the whole body is consigned into flames. उफ तक नहीं करती है. क्यों नहीं करती है? And this is what we need to understand. That I'm different from this body. A point of light, point of energy. Drop a line from here, drop a line from here. Meeting point. Hypothalamus gland or pituitary gland के बीच में point of light. Therefore, we tell our children, you should have a lot of self-confidence. What is the Hindi translation of the word self-confidence? Atma Vishwas. So we are that being, human being. Human is a physical body, being is the living energy. And you know why this knowledge of the self is very important? As per doctors, the greatest fear people have, 100 out of 100, it is a fear of death. മരണത്തിന്റെ പേടി ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പേടിയാണ്. So I was doing a program for the Indian Air Force in Yelahanka, Bangalore. Naturally, you're aware of that. So I was there for 1 week. So I was walking towards the auditorium. At that time, Wing Commander Sachan. Today is a Group Captain Sachan in Pathankot. So he was the... Achha, oh, so sweet of you. Good friend Sachanji. So he was taking me to the auditorium. So he asked me, Sir, are you aware whom you are going to address? I said, yes. There are people from the Indian Air Force. Bola, sir, इसमें कुछ pilots हैं who fly this MiG-21 and Sukhoi. Do you know what is the greatest cause for worry or fear? I said, no. Well, it's a fear of death. Because the supersonic jets, small error and you're gone. Please help them out to come out from this fear. I said, okay, I'll try. So when I was speaking about the self, I asked the audience, which is the greatest fear? Everybody agrees the fear of death. One pilot gets up and says, no sir, I don't fear death. मुझे मृत्यु का भाई बिल्कुल नहीं है. I looked at the gentleman and said, sir, what you said is very correct. You may not fear your own death, but certainly you may fear your family and most important, your kids' death. Am I right? He started thinking. His wife was seated beside him. She immediately gets up and says, तुमको क्या पता? तुम तो बस वो MiG-21 में बैठकर you fly off, but till you return back, have you ever tried to understand my emotions? Dishum, 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 World War III. So as this, our, Chief Minister of Delhi says, the fear is started now moving around. The moment we look at the children, what we need to do is just teach them 7th standard basic physics. And you all know, all of you can repeat with me. Sabhi bolo, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. For 2 days I was in Madras Atomic Power Station. The moment I speak about the Atman and atom, they're so happy. I asked all the scientists there, have you ever seen an atom? The answer is no, no, and you cannot ever see. Right now, Vasudevan sir, he is also from TAPS. He retired from TAPS. Yes, nobody can see an atom, but you can see that power. So today do one thing. When you go back home, your children and grandchildren will see you. Oh my God, Papa, your face so smiling and cheerful. So you tell your children and grandchildren. Today there was a training program. There I understood who am I. So a child will ask, Papa, aap kaun ho? Who are you? So do one thing, you keep your hand in a child's head. And with lots of love, you look at that boy. And with lots of love, you ask that boy, my dear child, do you know who are you? Papa, who am I? Keep on keeping the hand. Let the energy flow. And then you ask, do you know who are you? Papa, tell me now, who am I? With lots of love, you can tell. And you can all say, my dear boy, tell. You are Tare Zameen Par. Then the boy will ask, Papa, then who are you? Then all of you should say in English. Sabhi bolo, I. Little louder. अरे नहीं, प्यार मोहब्बत से बोलो ना. I am a twinkle twinkle little star. Actually, we are all stars, We are all stars. Unfortunately, we have associated ourselves with this external matter. Caste, creed, gender, religion. I am from India, you are from Australia, blah, 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 blah. But basically, we are all that energy. The moment you understand that I'm energy, you start vibrating in a universal consciousness. So whether you see any person from any other nationality, there is so much of mutual respect and regard. Right? One country is fighting with another country. You can always understand the reason. You come to one country, one state is fighting with another state. Kerala is fighting with Tamil Nadu about river water sharing. Achha, you come to Kerala, God's own country. Achha, you come to a very micro unit, one family. Same caste, same creed, same religion, sometimes same blood group also. There should be Jannat inside the home, na? There should be Swarg. But so much of fight happening because we are so associated with the role consciousness. This energy consciousness is what is very, very important. And that's what Swami Vivekananda spoke about Raj Yoga. Education is Education is not the filling of a vessel, but it's igniting the light within. And then Swami Vivekananda says, education is a manifestation of the divinity already existing in an individual. My Swadharma. I am a peaceful being. I'm a loveful being. I'm a happy being. This smriti, this consciousness is important. So the power station is this energy. Okay. So the power station gets the energy from the source of energy. It could be hydraulic, it could be pneumatic, it could be electrical, it could be thermal. So in atomic power station, this could be atomic in nature, nuclear source. Same thing. The Atman gets the energy from the Param Shakti Paramatma. We always say, na, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Apas mein hum, we are all brothers. How can we be brothers? Because our father is one. How is it accepted by all religions? Hindu Dharma, they believe in that Shivling. Look at the Shivling. There are 3 lines and in between the line there's a point. Just like a small child, looking at the child, we identify with his mother or father. You look like your mother. You look like your father, right now? Same thing is, if I am a point of light, my father is a supreme light. The source of all positive emotions. Guru Nanak, he kept his hand up and said, Sat Nam Omkar, Nirakar, Nirvikar, Nirahankar. Right? What did Jesus Christ say? God is love, God is light. What does our Islamic Bhai Behne say? Allah ek noor hai. Noor means? The mother says, na, this daughter is like a noor to me. It's light. And a prakash. 8th standard basic physics. Energy flows from a higher potential to a lower potential. So this is, when I went to Siachen, I showed them this particular figure. Okay. So shift yourself from matter conscious to energy conscious. If you've got 2 wires, if you want the electricity to flow between the wires, you cut open that bad conductor, right? That wire. And then you, inside wire you join and then you switch on. Same thing. This physical body is a bad conductor of spiritual energy. So when I say I am a point of light, very peaceful, loveful, I automatically get connected to the Supreme, and this is your emotional Suraksha Kavach. It's a safety. Because the world outside is very toxic. People come with various negative emotions, vibrations. But if you are strong, it will not impact you. On the contrary, it will help them to manage their emotions. Here, if it is negative things, the energy is not getting connected. And this is the technique of, meditation. So we'll practice meditation for 2 or 3 minutes. But before that, there are some children here. So when this 3rd wave was coming and it was told that they're going to hit children. So parents and teachers were very worried. So they asked me, what do we do, Swamninathan? I told them, you just teach them meditation. But how do we teach meditation? I said, Raj Yoga meditation is a simple LKG syllabus. You can read with me. Twinkle, twinkle. Aage bolo. Little star. How I wonder. His syllabus. You kaun hai? Who is it you? The Almighty God. Up above the world so high. Like a diamond. Yes. This is the essence of meditation. So we had this video of a small girl. Listen to it very carefully.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I am the driver and this body is my car.
What is this girl telling? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. What is the next statement? Ah, the star is the driver and this body is my car. See, a small child is able to understand it. Okay. And this is a part of our ancient Indian wisdom. Correct?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I am the driver and this body is my car. Here in my forehead I shine bright, and my Father is the supreme light. Here in my forehead I shine bright, and my Father is the supreme light. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I am the driver and this body is my car. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I am the driver and this body is my car.
So this is the essence of meditation. So we'll do one thing for the next 2 or 3 minutes. I'll take you to this beautiful journey of meditation. Can I request all of you to sit straight? Yeah. So since we are speaking about emotions and the most important thing is family, so I love to share this gift to all of you. And that is a full form of family. सभी प्यार से बोलो father and mother, I love you. Okay. Having said this gift, let's practice this technique of meditation. So these are some of the places, photographs I showed. This is Indian Navy, which I showed. This is Indian Air Force. He is Group Captain Sachan, now posted in Pathankot. So I was there in the Bangalore Center. And since it was a DRDO project, they were more than happy about it. Why am I showing this some photographs? This is at the Indian Army. Now, this is India and that is our neighboring country. And this is a no man's land. So standing over here for 6 hours to 8 hours is the highest level of stress. Because any time the firing can take place. When a person is fluctuating between life and death. So it's very easy for Swamninathan to speak about managing stress, meditation. But they're standing for 6 hours. So we should be extremely grateful for our, people who are there guarding our borders, the defense forces, the military. He's Major General Bipin Rawat in 2012. Later on went on to become general and the first CDS officer of Bharat. Unfortunately, we lost this great soldier a couple of years before. So he had invited us to Jammu Kashmir and thereby Siachen, 2012. These are the paramilitary forces. And this is, Siachen, which I showed. So we'll meditate for a couple of minutes. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I would request all of you to sit straight. Yeah. Maybe you can put your hands both and stretch yourself. Because you have been. Yeah. Okay. Relax. So it's 12 o'clock. So I'll take you to a journey. Whatever I say, the thought will come to your mind. Your mind will create an image. And you should feel those emotions and feelings. Only for 2 or 3 minutes. And then since we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we will stand in silence for all our freedom fighters who gave the cherished freedom. And also pray for world peace. And let the whole world become a peaceful world. And then as per the Government of India protocol, we'll wind up this program with the national anthem, right? Okay. Aram se relax yourself. If possible, you can play some light instrumental music, sister. Yeah. Take a deep breath. And slowly exhale. Relax. So let's undertake a beautiful journey. I'll count from 9 to 0. And as we go towards 0, I want to relax your physical body completely. Here we start. 9. Relax your body. शरीर को हल्का छोड़ दीजिए. 8. Very good. Excellent. 7. Your body should become as light as cotton. Please help yourself. Relax. 6. Very good. 5, 4, 3. Relax it completely. 2, 1, and 0. Sitting over here, see the early morning sunrise, red in color. Sunrise is a symbol of hope and optimism. One day everything will become okay. See the rays of the sun slowly coming and touching you. The rays of the sun is very important for your physical health. You are becoming healthy through the eyes of the mind. Scan your body, endocrine system, neurosystem, ENT, cardiovascular system, digestive system, circulatory system, muscular and skeleton system. Every system of my body is working perfectly. Now see yourself at the center of the forehead, a point of light, point of energy, eternal, indivisible, indestructible. I'm a peaceful being, loveful being, and powerful being. I am the power station. Take an upward journey through the eyes of the mind. See the source of all positive emotions and values, the supreme light, the Almighty, Bhagwan, Paramatma, Vaheguru, Khuda Dost. Seeing the supreme light through the eyes of the mind is the technique of meditation. The Almighty is the source of all positive emotions. Feel that the vibrations of peace, love, and purity slowly coming to you. It's touching the power station, and it is touching every cell of the human body. I am healthy. मैं स्वस्थ हूँ. ഞാൻ ആരോഗ്യവാൻ ആണ്. Feeling good? Now take an horizontal journey. In 1 second, through the eyes of the mind, reach in front of your home sweet home. You're opening the door and go close to your parents. Even if they are not there today in the physical world, but remember them with an attitude of gratitude. Papa, thank you. Mama, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. धन्यवाद. Thank her. Now go close to your family members, to your kids, and see them and bless them. with all good wishes.